Let's get more on that second fatal shark attack in Australia in as many weeks, which has sparked renewed calls this morning for culling in Queensland. A 39-year-old man lost his life after being mauled while spearfishing at a coral shoal in far north Queensland. It's believed he was bitten on the head by a bull shark as he went to retrieve a fish on Sunday afternoon. Sadly, he died from his injuries after being brought back to shore. Joining us now is shark researcher from James Cook University, Richard Fitzpatrick, in Cairns. Great to have you with us. So, Richard, it's been reported this morning that it was very likely a bull shark. Does that make sense to you?
We actually have another shark up here called the pig eye that no one actually really knows much about. We've only learned about it ourselves the last few years, and they look exactly like a bull shark, except for the anal fin has a different angle on it. So when we started catching and tagging the sharks out wide, even we were mistaking the bulls and pig eyes. And even though they look exactly the same, they have two different lifestyles totally. The bull sharks, we've learnt in the last few years, are highly migratory, whereas the pig eyes are the ones that are a bit more resident and probably are responsible for a lot of the depredation issues we have up here.
OK, well, let's talk about the timing and location of this. Is it unusual at all?
No, I mean, sharks live on the Great Barrier Reef. We have had a recovery in the shark population that was, fished right down in the 70s and 80s. And with the expansion of the marine park 30 years ago, to a third of it being protected, we have seen this slow recovery of shark stocks in these areas. So, a lot of people haven't, through that period, it's been like a shifting baseline where they remember that there weren't many sharks 20, 30 years ago, whereas now it's getting back to sort of a recovered population. What the exact population is, to be honest, we have no idea. And we're about to start a program to try and estimate the bull shark population for the whole east coast of Australia. So, we really need to know what species are involved and also where their movement patterns are, and at the end of the day, what their population structures are, so then management can make decisions about them.
The C word, some calling for a cull. Is now the time?
We don't know the population structure of these sharks at all. We simply do not know how many are out there, and we are only just about to start this whole process through genetic sampling. We've got about half the samples done. We need a heap more to look at the relatedness, so then we can come up with an estimate of the population size, and that estimate will only be at this point in time. This hasn't been done in the past. This is all new technology that's only just come on in the last few years, and both the Queensland government, New South Wales government, everyone's pooling all their data sets together to finally, for us to work out what that population structure is, but we also need to know what species were involved.
We know that there's a risk going in the water at the moment, particularly at certain times of the day and after rain, etc. What can you tell people to protect themselves?
Spearfishing, I do spearfishing for research. It's a high-risk activity, and when we go out, we always make sure we're prepared for the worst. We have tourniquets, hemostatic dressings, quick clot and all that kind of stuff, particularly when you're in remote locations of the Great Barrier Reef. You really need to have good first aid training and just be prepared for the worst.
OK, really appreciate your time, Richard. Thank you. Here's Nat.